Why did Gregor turn into a bug? Mahito didn't look up from his book as he asked the question. He was reading a well-known book by Franz Kafka, the story about a human being who one day transforms into an insect. Most people think it's allegorical, said the old man. Allegorical? An allegory for how society hated him and treated him like an insect. Like an old man who gets deceived and has his eyes burned out. Was that a joke? Mahito asked. No, not really. The old man didn't burn with emotion, but he would respond if Mahito spoke to him. Conversation with him was like talking to a dictionary. He was knowledgeable, and he had the kind of intelligence capable of breaking down that knowledge for conversation. He knew human culture and the subtleties of the spirit. Mahito had been trying to analyze human souls through novels and movies, so he found conversation with the old man to be helpful. Human beings were prone to sudden anger, and he couldn't understand why they became sad. What made human beings trust and betray each other? Mahito lived according to a different set of ethical principles, so the old man's explanations helped him understand the difficult concepts. The old man wasn't like other human beings, and Mahito was deeply interested in his life experiences. Gregor is an insect, so his family tries to keep him hidden, but he crawls out and dies in the end. Why do you think that is, old man? Because you cannot find peace by avoiding life. That's Virginia Woolf, isn't it? The old man raised his eyebrows at Mahito's recognition of the quote. You must read a lot. It makes talking to you easy. Don't you want to go back to the human world? If you don't have any attachments to the human world, there's no need to run around in it, and no need to stand and face it, said the old man. Ah, I see. During their entire brief conversation, Mahito did not once look up from the book. The old man's soul may have been invisible to the eye, but as usual, it burned placidly in the darkness. In the dark tunnel, Mahito used the soul's flickering light to read by. Outside the tunnel, summer was gradually approaching. All right, y'all. That is section 6 of chapter 3, Allegory in Darkness, Mahito's chapter. This one's another short one, only a page and a half, but beautiful nonetheless, may I say. The idea of Mahito reading Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka by soul light of a human is just... golly, Gege. You can draw it in my head and on paper. That's beautiful. That's Mahito just sitting in his hammock, kicking it, reading a classic, asking a non-PhD professor questions about life. Is he even a curse anymore? What is going on here? Didn't look up from his book once. Utterly unconcerned about the presence of a human, A. B. Utterly incapable of believing that this dude's soul could waver. Like, he trusted it as much as he trusts a candle to burn. That is bewildering. Anyway, like I said in the previous video, we are going to keep it pushing. There are 2 more sections in this chapter. The next one, I will be sobbing. So, look forward to that. Anyway, I'll see you in tears in the next one.